you're just waiting for a time of need. And I said, you know, this perfectly describes us, Amy and I, early in our Crossroads life. When we came here, I was the drag. I was like, she's like, well, let's get back in a small group. Okay, yeah, but just never got around to it. That whole story is a whole God thing, you know? She's working in the nursery, bends over, picks up a thing, cleaning up, hurts her back. Back doesn't get better, back doesn't get better. Finally, I say, you know, get an MRI and see if you've got a bulging disc or not, see what's happening. I mean, this whole thing has been a God thing. She was gonna go down, she went down and had the MRI, came back, and then they were gonna have her back down in a couple of days. But then they called her and said, we need to a little further. She goes, we need to have you have a CAT scan. And we go, oh, well, that's not good. And I'm like, great, back surgery. I've never heard anyone have successful back surgery. And so she goes back down and has a CAT scan, and they want us to come back down like 2 days later to get the results. And I'm just busy, I'm hectic. It's coming into Christmas, you know, running my own business. I'm busy, the kids. And she goes, well, I'll just go down myself. I'm sitting at my desk, and I don't know. Once again, God speaks to me and says, you need to go. So I call her and say, okay, here, meet me out at Walmart. We'll just park your car there. I'm picking up the kids, and we'll go together. And well, fortunately I went, because I'm thinking she's got a bulging disc or something on her back that's gonna have to maybe have surgery or something there, and then you get the C dropped on you. You know, it's like the timing, I mean, God knows all. That was, I think we joined that in like September, October. December, we find out she has diagnosed with kidney cancer, has her kidney out. The support network. God knew that tumor was in her. I didn't. But he just kind of, as I need to be sometimes, shoved me and said, hey, get over here, do this. All right. But then it was just huge for us. The fact of, I didn't know that that need was coming, but that support network of, you know, when she's going in for surgery prep at 6 o'clock in the morning, and Debbie and your wife were there, and not here, Toledo, we had just really, I knew Scott and Debbie a whole lot better than I knew you guys. And that was the whole group, just said, you know, we're there for you, just whatever you need, brought us meals, even things that we didn't need, but just the love of that group and the support was key of getting us through that period of time. And I said, and that's what I was saying to Scott, it's one of those things where you look at that and you go, well, I didn't know that that was coming. I'm a pretty, unfortunately, I can handle this stuff. You know, I'm a type A personality. I like to be in control. That's my biggest, my biggest struggle every day, is that I'm not in control, he is. And this is just another way of him showing me that, you know, I knew what was happening, I knew what you needed, and I'll take care of you. And it was the group that did that. Now, we're no longer in that group. The reason we're no longer in the group that we started, that you guys are in, is I had the calling to start working with the youth. That small group met exactly the same time that the youth small groups met. And he directed us straight into another group that we are incredibly good friends with everyone there, and it's just an extension. But he knew where we needed to be at that time, and it was just critical. I mean, if you would have asked me, no, I would have been fine. Going through it, boy, I'm glad that you guys were there and the rest of the group was there to help us and give us the support, and just to know that we weren't going through it alone.